The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good morning, and peace and blessings to you. It's a great day. It's a blessed day. And if you don't know anything else on this day, know that you deserve to be blessed. We want to welcome you to Title in the Morning. Hey, good morning. Don't y'all just like that? Don't y'all just love that? Look. Good morning, and peace and blessings to you. It's a great day. It's a blessed day. It's a morning. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It is a morning. It is a morning. Look, y'all know we had a holiday yesterday. We had the weekend. I hope that your holiday was good. I hope your weekend was good. I hope all of those things were great. I had a wonderful weekend, a good holiday. I spent time with family and friends. And so I want you to take a moment this morning and breathe in the sense of we are moving fast, and we don't have the time or we don't have the energy to kind of like slow down and really check on ourselves and really make sure that it is good for us, right? And so this morning I kind of paused for a second because I really wanted to make sure that that everything was good to go with that. And so this morning I want to talk about, what do I want to talk about this morning? I just feel good this morning. You know what? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about feeling good. I want you to feel good this morning. I want you to feel good every morning. But what I really want you to do is to think about what feeling good looks like. What does that look like? Is that something that you can actually do? Is that something that you can actually do? Is that something that you think of on the regular? Is that something, is that something that you're doing? So I'm just saying, are you actually watching it? Are you saying, hey, this is what we do, per se? So yeah. Feeling good. Are you feeling good? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling good? Because I'm really like sitting here saying to myself, like, okay, so Titan, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling good? And I know I didn't went around that, but look, this is the morning show. This is what we do. It's straight off the cup. Are you feeling good? That's my question for you today. Are you feeling good? And so let's talk about real quick how to feel good. Let's talk about what we should be doing when we're feeling good. Okay. So I got a story. Let me tell you how my weekend went, and then I want to tell you about me feeling good. So this weekend I was invited to a couple of places, to a couple of things, and I really want to take a moment and give a shout out and a thank you to them for allowing me or asking me to come and be a part of these events. Um, so you sometimes think that you are not where you are or where you're supposed to be. You sometimes feel like you are just running around, running this race, and you're not where you need to be. And so I want to thank Honey and Tip for inviting me out to the LBGT Marriage Club. Um, they have hit all these milestones. Sheila Jackson Lee was there. Officer Joe Jones was there. They had the community out, and they are doing great things. And so, with that being said, I went to see what was happening and what's going on, and I was invited because they feel right that I am a part of the community as well, and that I've lended to the community. And so let me say this. I'm not saying that I'm not, right? But sometimes when you think about it, like they are on a whole nother level. You know what I mean? And I love them and they love me. But I was so honored to be invited to this because I got a chance to mingle and meet people that I wouldn't otherwise have met or probably mingled with, right? And so it was a great moment for them inviting me to that. I'm going to, I think, I have my notes, but I don't have them this morning. But I want to say it was 200,000 members, I think, that they hit a milestone, and that they are having members on other continents and around the world and stuff. And so I thought this was awesome. And it's about mental health. The event was about mental health, and basically they had counselors and psychiatrists and psychologists and and therapists there to kind of like talk you through if you had any questions, because mental health is important. So I love that. On Thursday of last week, I went to a panel discussion with the Houston Police Department. Joe Jones was there, and Tiffany had invited me as a community leader. And so somebody said, well, Titan, why do you keep mentioning that like that? I said, because I didn't consider myself a community leader, right? That's not how I was thinking of myself. But Tiffany looked at me as a community leader because she said that I make moves. I make things happen. I'm helping. I'm getting people where they need to be. So it's sort of a little, it makes you feel good when other people are seeing what you're doing, because I don't look for the fanfare. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to help individuals. I'm here to make sure that they're good. And then I'm a part of the Ryan White Pattern Council. So I'm fighting on the other end for those of us living with HIV and the services and things like that. So it's a little surreal when your community sees you, right? And I'm not one that's always in the forefront. I'm one probably in the middle or in the back. I'm doing the things behind the scenes. I'm doing the things, with like who I work with, you know what I mean? And so my clients and things like that. So I do a lot of that stuff without any fanfare. And it's not that I'm looking for it, but what's awesome is that the community felt that I needed to be a part of the discussion and the movement and the understanding that I am community, that I'm a part of the community, and I'm a community leader. So awesome. Then yesterday I had a chance to hang out with some family members. I call them family members because Keisha and Jess are Keisha been around some 30 plus years, and Jess is her daughter, and I've been knowing her since she was a baby. And so I got a chance to hang with them yesterday, which was really cool. It was really nice to hang out and just be amongst family and friends, you know? And so I want you to take a moment and just feel good. Feel good for what you're doing. Feel good for where you're at. Feel good for just being you, right? Sometimes that's all it takes. You don't have to feel good about all this stuff over here. You feel good about that, right? So what I want you to do today, I want you to come on, let's take a sip. Let's take a sip because I want you to take a sip of feel good. Let's take a sip. Yes, that morning sip. I want you to take a sip. I want you to have a little bit of that morning sip and understand that you feel good for you. You don't have to feel good for nobody else. You can feel good for you. It's okay. I feel good. I feel good. Take a little bit of sip. Take a little bit of a sip, baby. Okay? And just feel good for who you are and what you are doing in life, okay? Most people will tell you that you don't have the right to feel good. But I'm going to tell you in the morning when you wake up, I feel good. Yeah, I feel good. That's what you need to have right there. I felt so good this weekend knowing that I'm making a difference in the work that I do, in the life that I lead. I was having a conversation with someone at the event, and they said to me, Titan, you be in the face. Look, I hear your name and in the circles and in spaces and places, and they all say the same thing, like you are on it. And I said, let me explain the reason why I'm like that. And not that I have to explain for anybody to make it right, but I'm explaining because I, at one point, wish I had someone that would have talked to me straight up. I wish that the person would have said, Titan, blah, 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 Titan, yada, yada. I wish the person would have been in my face like that so that I could understand. It came later on. But in the beginning, I was lost. I was lost in my diagnosis. I was having thoughts, the 3Ds, death, denial, and depression. I was going through all of these things because I didn't know what was next. The only thing that I knew that was apparent with my diagnosis was death, right? And so with that being said, I just did not have the capacity. So I don't ever want anybody not to have the capacity or the mindset or the understanding to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to you straight. When I talk to you, when you first come in contact with me, when you meet with me, I tell you there are going to be some times that you're not going to want to hear what I have to say. But as long as we are agreeable to the fact that you'll let me know when I've pushed too hard or went too far, which I don't necessarily think I'm going to do that. However, I don't know what state that you're in. Everybody is different. You with me? So with that being said, I tell you straight up, there's some things that you're not going to like. I'm going to ask the difficult questions. I'm going to make sure that I hold you accountable for what it is that you're supposed to do in your life, right? And then the last thing here, I'm not going to chase you up and down the highway, the backwoods, and around for your healing, for your saving, for your loving, for your. I'm here to be the mental, emotional, and spiritual support for you. You understand what I'm saying? And I think sometimes people don't necessarily understand that. And that makes me feel good that I can stand there and be truthful and honest with you because I hadn't been down that road. I only had 4 T cells. I thought that I was dying. And there wasn't anybody there. And yes, my mother and my family members and things, but it wasn't anybody that was in the field of HIV or AIDS to be able to tell me that's what it was. Not until it came to the doctor, right? Everybody was kind of like treating me like I was a leper or something before then, you know? I'm talking about like the doctors and the staff and all this kind of, you can't do this, you can't do that. But then Dr. Gaff came along. So I want to be that Dr. Gaff. I may not be a doctor in that aspect, but I do believe that I have the ability to talk to you, to get you to understand. I have the ability to de-escalate a situation. I have the ability to let you know my story because my story is so similar to yours. And people say, oh, well, we've made leaps and bounds here in 2022. And so there's no reason for you to feel like that. Well, maybe that's for you. But for this person, for me, I still feel it. And when I look into these people's eyes and I see these things, I see the same fear, the hurt, the confusion, the stigma, all of that stuff that I saw all those years ago. That's 17 years ago. And it's crazy that this stuff is still happening now. So I told them, I said, that's the reason why I go so hard in the paint. That's the reason why I'm always pushing. That's the reason why when I go to certain places, is it patient-centered? Is it customer-centered? Are we giving great customer service? Are we allowing individuals to be okay and safe in these spaces? What are we doing? Now, look, in order for me to feel good, all I got to do is feel good. But part of me feeling good is me knowing that I'm doing what I was put on this earth to do for others and also for myself. Y'all with me? And also for myself. So when I say those things, to you, when I'm talking, so the individual said to me, she said, you know what, Ty, but I see you though. I see you. And that's what we need. We need people like you. We need people like you that are willing to stand here flat-footed and tell them, but I'm not flat-footed though. But anyways, you know what I mean? But stand here and tell them that this is what it is. And see, and I didn't believe that my story had a voice. I didn't believe that I had a voice, but I know now that I do. I know now that I have to be that person. I have to be that one, and it shows and proves, right? I'm not bragging, but I'm saying, Lord, I got to save my people. I got to be able to understand. They have to understand where I'm coming from. Most of the time when I talk with individuals, most of the time when I meet people, they talk to me kind of because they don't know me. But once I tell them my story, then it's like this. Yeah, okay, well, Titan knows, well, Titan understands. And I love that. And I'm thankful for that, right? But it's a little hard sometimes when you don't know really why you were put on this earth. But I know now, right? And this is the part of it. I was put on this earth to feel good. Hold on. Stay with me because I'm going to bless you. I was put on this earth to feel good. And what I mean by that is that I was put on this earth to feel good. I was put on this earth to be Titan. I was put on this earth to be who God made me. I was put on this earth to give out vibes and frequencies and spirit. I was put on this earth for that. Now, you may hear me call it a lot of things over the year, right? I've called it satisfied. I've called it equality. I've called it, just being you. I called it being who God made me. But today, I want you to understand that I feel good. I feel good for who I am and what I am and where I'm standing. I feel good for the position that I am in. I feel good that finally I accept who I am in this space, in this world, in this spirit, in this essence of life. I'm there. So I feel good. So this morning, when you take a sip of your cup, like I did earlier, when you look in the mirror, when you are brushing your teeth, when you are getting in your car and you push that button or you turn that key to start it, I want you to understand that you feel good. You feel good not only because you got up and you got to the car, not only because you got up and you brush your teeth, not only because you are who you are, but you feel good that somebody else sees you exactly how God made you. Exactly how God made you. Exactly. And I think sometimes people don't really understand, like, oh, well, is this the way that it should be? Is this the way? No. You don't have to do what they're doing. You feel good about who you are and where you are. If you took one step toward what's good for you, or the blessing that you have, or the understanding, or to get rid of that stigma, or to let go of that childhood trauma, then you feel good about that. One step, you feel good about it. You feel good. I want you to understand that your life Your life is yours. So this morning, while we're feeling good, I want you to take a moment and I want you to look into the mirror, look into your life, and I want you to pick out a couple of times and over the last week that you felt good and you lean into that. Now, I'm not saying that it's always going to be great and all that kind of stuff, but we're going to even take that out the equation. You are put here for a reason. Your life is valuable, right? You are a blessing. So look into your life, and I'm sure over the last week and a half, you've had some times that you felt good. I want you to lean into those times, lean into the thought process. Why did I do that? What was that for? And it was because I felt good. You understand? When your chakras align, you feel me? You feel good. When you see something that makes you laugh wholeheartedly, you feel good. When you look over at your friends and your family and you are there, you're like, oh, and I feel good. You with me? And I feel good. So what I want you to do, I want you to take a moment this morning and I want you to feel good. And I want you to feel good. You with me? I want you to feel good. Look, ladies and gentlemen, it's Titan in the morning. This is what we do. This is what we do. I wanted to talk to you while you were getting the kids ready. I want to talk to you while you was on your way to work this morning. I want you to understand that you are good. So feel good about being you. Feel good about living in the very essence and things that you are you. Feel good about that. That's what we do, right? That's what we do. So I want to say that I love you. I appreciate you. Peace and blessings to you. And I know that we sometimes don't truly want to lean into what it is that makes us feel good. But I want you to know this morning that I feel good. And I want you to feel good. And I want you to be there. I want you to be there. Okay? So I want you to do that. So before we get out of here this morning, this has been a good little one. I kind of started off kind of rough because I just wanted to just fly off the dome and do whatever it is that I do, right? So I want to leave with something this morning. Oh, y'all take another sip. I want to leave you with a little something this morning. Can we groove this morning? Can we groove? Yes, let's come on. Let's groove this morning. I feel like I want to groove this morning. Did y'all hear? I feel. Let me see. I feel. I feel. Yes, that's it. That's the one. That's the one. I want to groove this morning. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Come on. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I am, I can be, I will be, I am, I can be, I will be, I am, I can be, I will be, worthy, I am, I can be, I will be, worthy, I am, I can be, I will be, worthy, I am, I can be, I will be, worthy. You are worthy, you are worthy, you are loved, you deserve all that you have. Feel good. Feel good today, feel good tomorrow, feel good all the rest of the week. And I'll see you all on Thursday. Y'all come back and feel good. And remember, I am, I can be, I will be worthy. I feel good. Until next time, peace.